Hello Linh. Hello Linh nha.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, hello. How are you today, Linh?
I'm fine.
Okay. So we will get into our lesson today because it's quite long so that we can finish on time instead of the previous lessons when we couldn't finish the lesson. Okay. So we continue to learn about Unit 2, School Days. And in our lesson today, we will learn about grammar, have to, adverbs of frequencies, and question words. A lot of grammar that we need to cover. So now let's get into our lesson. Okay, so before we get into our lesson today, Lynn, can you read the Brit School Q&A for me? So Brit schools near London for students with
The brief school near London is for students with one ambition to get a job connected with performing arts, music, theater, film. How old do you have to be go to the brief school? You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the Brit School. You also have to live in the near London. Do you have to pay to study there? No, I know you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay. Do the students have to study out the normal subjects? I guess as a state school, the Brit School has to follow the national curriculum classes in performing art and HR.
Okay, very good. You have one mistake in your speaking. It is curriculum.
Curriculum.
Curriculum means chương trình học in Vietnamese. Okay, so you have read some examples in this text, and this will cover about our grammar today, which is have to. You can see that the question here we have to, right? In the question, we also have to, and that is our grammar today. We will learn about have to. Okay, so we use have to or has to talk about things which are necessary or compulsory. Mình sẽ sử dụng have to hoặc là has to để nói về những cái thứ mà cần thiết hoặc là bắt buộc. Have to hoặc là has to mang nghĩa là phải, đúng không? Ví dụ này, for example, we have to do physical education at school. Thì ở đây có nghĩa là chúng tôi phải học môn thể dục ở trường, đúng không? Okay, so what about this one? We use don't or doesn't have to talk about things which are not necessary or compulsory. We don't use it to say something is against the rules. Ngược lại với cả have to hoặc là has to thì mình sẽ có don't hoặc là doesn't have to, mang nghĩa là không phải, đúng không? Mình sẽ sử dụng don't hoặc là doesn't have to để nói về những cái thứ mà không cần thiết hoặc là không bắt buộc, và mình sẽ sử dụng nó để và mình không sử dụng nó để nói về thứ gì đó mà trái lại với quy luật hoặc là với luật lệ, đúng không? Ví dụ như là you don't have to use your mobile phone in class. Bạn không phải sử dụng điện thoại trong lớp thì là sai, đúng không? Bạn cấm được sử dụng, đúng không? Thì trường hợp này mình sẽ không sử dụng have to nhá. Ok, còn ví dụ của don't have to hoặc là doesn't have to, ở đây mình có một ví dụ. Linh có thể đọc giúp cô được không nhỉ?
You can go home now. You don't have to stay until uh, what,
Hôm qua học
what
là
the past what the
quarter,
past
quarter past four. Yeah, good job. Ok, vậy là mình đã nắm được cái phần have to hoặc là has to chứ nhỉ? Mang nghĩa là gì đấy?
Yes.
To, has to mang nghĩa là phải, đúng không? Và trái lại thì mình có don't hoặc doesn't have to mang nghĩa là
Không bắt buộc.
Hoặc là không phải đúng không? Ok, let's move on. Ở đây thì mình sẽ cùng nhau học về dạng khẳng định, phủ định và nghi vấn của have to. Thì giống với cả thì simple tense có nghĩa là thì và present simple là thì hiện tại đơn đúng không? Thì tương tự đối với thì đó thì mình sẽ có cấu trúc là I, you, we, they thì mình sẽ đi với cả have to, và ngược lại mình có he, she, it thì sẽ đi với has to nha. Mình có thể chụp lại màn hình hoặc là ghi lại giúp cô và vợ nha. Đó là dạng khẳng định của nó. Còn đây là dạng phủ định thì mình sẽ đi are, you, we, they thì mình don't have to. He, she, it thì mình sẽ đi với doesn't have to đúng không? Về dạng nghi vấn thì mình sẽ đảo trợ động từ lên đầu với do. Do thì mình sẽ cộng với cả I, you, we, they, sau đó have to cộng với verb nguyên thể. Và he, she, it thì mình sẽ đảo trợ động từ does lên đầu câu đúng không? Và sau đó là have to cộng với cả verb nguyên thể. Với cách trả lời thì mình có hai cách trả lời với yes và no đúng không? Yes chủ ngữ, ví dụ như là yes I do, yes we do, yes they do. Và no thì sẽ là yes they don't hoặc I don't gì đó. Và tương tự đối với da thì sẽ tương tự thôi. Mình có thể take note lại cái cấu trúc này giúp cô nha. Khi mà mình xong thì mình có thể nói với cô.
Chụp lại màn hình của cô ơi.
Okay, so let's move on. So we have just learned about the structure of have to and has to. Now let's go to the practice. Okay, so what we need to do in the first exercise, Linh?
How many eggplants of have to can you find in the text? Are they affirmative, negative, or interrogative?
So we need to find the example of have to, and then we need to identify what are they. They are affirmative, negative, or interrogative. Okay, let's see. Okay, now, so Linh, now can you find for me? Have to. Have to or has to. Okay. Ở câu đầu tiên thì mình có không? The Brit schools near London is for students with one ambition to get a job connected with performing arts. Mình có thấy có từ have to ở trong cái câu đầu tiên không nhỉ? Blue.
No.
No, right? Okay, what about the question? How old do you have to be go to the Brit school?
Yes.
Yes, it is here, right? So we have to, and they are interrogative. Mình ở đây mình sẽ có từ have to ở đây đúng không? Và nó ở dạng phủ định, mang nghĩa là interrogative. Okay, so what about the question? Are the answers?
Yes.
So, what are they? Can you underline? Mình có thể giúp cô gạch chân cái từ have to ở trong câu trả lời được không? So, are they affirmative, negative, or interrogative?
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Okay, good job. Okay, so what about the next sentence? The next sentence? Question here, right? So, is this affirmative, negative, or interrogative?
Negative.
They are negative. Negative thì mình phải có don't hoặc là doesn't đúng không? Nhưng mà ở đây mình có thấy có don't hoặc doesn't không? Không đúng không? Vậy là nó sẽ là affirmative hoặc là interrogative. So what do you think?
Interrogative.
Yeah, interrogative. Good job. Okay, so what about the question? The answers?
Mm,
The answer? Yeah. Oh, actually, we have don't have to, right? Don't have to. So don't have to is as affirmative, negative, or interrogative.
Negative.
Yeah, I see. Negative. Good job. Okay, so what about the next question? The next question? Yeah, have to. So it is,
Interrogative.
yeah, interrogative. Good job. Okay, so what about the answers? The answers? Yeah, we have has to, right? So have to is,
Is affirmative.
yeah, it is affirmative. Good job. So you did very well in this part. I think you have know and understand what is affirmative, negative, and interrogative of have to. So very good. Now move on to the next part. Okay, Lynn, can you help me erase these underlying parts? Mình có thể giúp cô tẩy đi những cái chân của mình. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in this next exercise, we will listen to the text that we have underlined in the task number 1. And we need to listen how our have to and has to pronounced. And then practice saying them. Okay, so we have to pay attention to these underlined parts and see how they are pronounced. Okay.
Lesson 2B, Exercise 3. Brit School Q&A. The Brit School near London is for students with one ambition: to get a job connected with performing arts, music, theatre, film, etc. How old do you have to be to go to the Brit School?
You have to be between 14 and 19 years old to study at the Brit School. You also have to live in or near London.
Do you have to pay to study there?
No, you don't. The Brit School is a state school, so the students don't have to pay. Arts are extra.
Okay, so we have just listened to the text and see how have to and has to pronounce. So I have an IPA, the way that we can pronounce this word for you. So have to. Let's read again. Have to.
Have to.
Has to.
Has to.
Okay, good job. You can practice these 2 words at home. Now moving on. So in this exercise, what we need to do, Ling?
Complete this sentence about your school. Use the affirmative or negative from have to.
Oh, okay. So in this exercise, we need to fill in the blanks to complete the sentence. And then you both affirmative and negative form of have to. Okay. So question number 1, you can use have to or don't have to, right? Mình sẽ sử dụng cả hai dạng đúng không? Là dạng khẳng định và phủ định, còn have to. Ok, tương tự đối với câu số 2 nè. What do you think? Number 2. Câu số 2 mình sẽ nhìn là have or had. We have had teacher, right? So S will be had. Has to and what about negative form?
Don't have to.
Ở đây là mình đang có dạng số ít đúng không? Vì ở đây chỉ có một người thôi là cô giáo, cô hiệu trưởng đúng không? Thì mình sẽ dùng là has to và doesn't have to đúng không? So this is the question. These are the answers for the question. Okay, so what about number 3? We. The subject is we. So
We have to.
yeah, we have to. And what about the negative form?
Don't have to.
Yeah, don't have to. Okay, good job. Number 4.
Has to.
Has to and
Doesn't has to.
yeah, doesn't have to. Good job. Number 5, the last sentence. We have the subject we.
Have to.
Have to and
Don't have to.
yeah, don't have to. Good job. You have understand this exercise very well. So congratulations, and let's move on to the next exercise. So what we need to do in this exercise?
Look at the picture of Millie's school days and use the affirmative or negative or have to talk about her day.
Yeah, in this exercise, we will look at the pictures and then use affirmative or negative of have to talk about her day. So we have how many sentences how many pictures that we need to say? How many?
6 picture.
Yeah, we have 6 pictures to talk about school day of Muley, right? And we have an example. So number 1, we have to say get up before 7 o'clock. So number 1, we have an example that they have made for us, which is she has to get up before 7 o'clock. Okay, so they have made for us. So what about number 2 to number 6? What do you think? Okay, number 2.
She has to make her own breakfast.
Mình sẽ sử dụng dạng phủ định hoặc là dạng khẳng định đúng không? Thì mình bức tranh giúp cô nào. Ở đây thì cô có cần phải làm bữa sáng không? Hay là có người làm hộ?
She doesn't have to make her own breakfast.
Yeah, good job. She doesn't have to make her own breakfast. Okay, what about number 3? Walk to school.
She doesn't to walk to school.
Mình đang bị thiếu mất cấu trúc have to đúng không? She
doesn't have to walk to school.
Yeah, good job. She doesn't have to walk to school. Okay, what about number 4?
She has to do PE at school.
Yeah, she has to do PEs at school. Okay, number 5.
She has to take exams.
She has to take exams. Good job. Number 6.
She doesn't have to stay at school after 3 quarter past 3.
Yeah, okay, very good. She doesn't have to stay at school after 3:15. Okay, very well. So that you have understand how to make sentences by using have to in both affirmative and negative form. So very good. So now moving on to the next exercise. So in this task, we need to ask and answer questions about what your teachers has to do at weekends. Use do you have to ... and the phrases below. Okay, so you will be the person who asked me some question here in this. Oh, so how many phrases do we have?
9 phrases.
Yeah, we have 9 phrases, and you will ask me 4 questions, and then I will ask you 5 questions. Okay, so you go first.
Do you have to cook dinner?
Yes, I do.
Do you have to take exams?
Yes, I do.
Do you have to Get dressed before lunch.
No, I don't.
Do you have to do the ironing?
No, I don't. Okay, very good. That's my turn. Okay, so do you have to do the washing?
Yes, I do.
Do you have to get up early?
Yes, I do.
Do you have to take exams?
No, I don't.
Do you have to cook dinner?
No, I don't.
Okay, very good. So that you have know how to answer the questions and also other questions in the form of have to. So very good. Now we will end the bây giờ thì mình sẽ